to the 2024 Swanee River Fair Dairy Cow and Heifer Show. At this time, please stand if able and remove hats as we pray, and we'll follow with the Pledge of Allegiance. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all together for this wonderful occasion. I pray that you watch over everyone and keep all of our exhibitors safe now and throughout today's fair activities. I pray that you allow our hearts to be humble and our heads to be clear, and for our exhibitors to just have fun. We ask and pray this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Please remain standing for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, at this time, I'm going to hand it over to our announcer for the day, Mr. Brett Wasden.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Dairy Show. We are very excited to celebrate the hard work of our young people today. We'd like to introduce our judge for this morning, Mr. Nicholas Hammer. Nicholas, can you give a wave to the audience out there? Thank you. Nicholas is 21 years old from Tampa, Florida. Been showing dairy cattle since a young age of 3 years old. He's a fifth-generation Florida dairyman hailing from Hillsborough County, where they milk around 30 head, where they sell raw milk, and about 60 head total, mostly consisting of Jersey cows. He was a member of the 4-H dairy judging team and competed nationally, where he was ranked #1 high individual at the 4-H World Dairy Expo in 2021. He attended Koskoski College in Southern Illinois, where he studied dairy and animal science, and was also part of the collegiate dairy team there. Now, before we start our show, we would like to extend a special thank you to our Dairy Show sponsors, North Florida Dairy and Jones & Son Fire Extinguisher. We'd also like to thank Alliance Dairies for their leasing heifer program to the youth in our community. So thank you, sponsors. All right, we're going to start our show with showmanship, and if this is your first time attending a livestock show, the showmanship contest is split up into 3 categories based on age: primary, junior, and senior. And in this first round, the contestants are showing off their showmanship skills, so the judge is evaluating their work with their animal and how the exhibitor is presenting their animal, not necessarily what the animal looks like. And so we're going to kick off with primary showmanship class. We have Cal Watson, Lucas Spann, and Parker Douglas. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. 1 2. Test. We did have a small amount of cash that was left in the women's stall. So if you lost a small amount of cash, it's been turned into the announcer's stand. We are also very lucky to have a professional photographer here today and throughout the county fair, Miss Emma Barber and her team. And so they offer free download of high quality pictures. And so you can catch the photographer for a business card, come to the announcer stand. We have a QR code that you can scan for free download. we do have a small announcement from our dairy superintendent that we ask that parents take photos of the award winners at the conclusion of the entire dairy show. So again, we ask that pictures be taken at the conclusion of the entire show today.
Alrighty, good morning, everyone. First off, thank you guys for having me out. I used to show the same age these guys were, and it's very nice to see the other side of not just showing, but being able to judge a show. And first off, give these guys a round of applause. I know all the heifers are getting kind of antsy this morning. I'm sure they were in the chute getting them ready and whatnot. But with this young man with the Guernsey heifer, if he'd start leading her out, he'll be my first place pick today. I know she's a little bit bigger heifer. She's getting kind of antsy on him, but he did an amazing job. He was very aware on how his animal was set up, making sure her feet were correctly set up, facing me. Each side I was on the cow. Sorry. And he's also leading a little bit bigger heifer. He was just very aware of how she was set up on her head carriage, just making sure she was walking around correctly around the ring. The second place and third place gentlemen did a very great job keeping their head high. We would just like to see them maybe, we would just like to see them maybe watch how their heifer's set up a little bit more correctly, but they did an amazing job keeping an eye on me, watching when I was telling them to stop, wanting to move, and they all answered their questions with great knowledge. So again, give these guys a round of applause.
Okay, everyone, if you're wondering what's going on now, we do have a new update, which is exactly opposite of what we just said. We take pictures because we want to get our professional pictures taken. So we are going to take pictures after each class. Sorry for the confusion. So again, the judges placing here for the primary showmanship class, in third place was Cal Watson. In second place was Parker Douglas. And our champion primary showman was Lucas Spann. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is our junior class of showmanship. Exhibitors include Brayley Gunn, Jeremy Delph, Adam Elkins, Hayden Henderson, and Kinsley Crawford, and Emilia Marquis. And rounding out the class will be Braden Smith. Good morning, everyone. If you're just now joining us, we are on the showmanship portion of the 2024 Dairy Show, and this is your junior class. We'd like to thank our show sponsors, North Florida Dairy and Jones & Son Fire Extinguisher, for sponsoring the show today.
Alrighty, again, give these junior showmen a round of applause. Definitely a lot of knowledge when it comes to your next level of showman. If this young man with the white Holstein heifer would please lead out. He did a phenomenal job leading this heifer, keeping her head up all the time. He had a little bit more correct handling when it comes on the halter. I showed each exhibitor how to hold the chain, how to keep their strap wrapped up a little bit more, but he was very aware of where I was when it came to being around the ring. He always had his heifer set up according to what side I was, answered all my questions very well, and so did the young lady with the black heifer walking out in second. She did an amazing job. One thing I critiqued her compared to the young man in first was just the overall halter control. When you hold the halter, hold her hand inside the halter, it gives you a little bit more head control. You can use your other hand to kind of keep the heifer calm. And I showed her and this next young lady in third. She's very good when it came to holding her heifer's head up, always making sure she had her eye on me, keeping her heifer set up. I know they're getting kind of antsy toward the class, so they all did a very phenomenal job. The next four in the lineup, they all did a good job, just kind of keeping more aware of their head carriage, but they always kept their eye on me. They answered their questions very well. So again, give these guys a round of applause.
Congratulations for junior showmanship winners. In third place is Braylee Gunn. In second place is Amelia Marquis. And your junior dairy showmanship champion is Hayden Henderson. Now entering the ring is our senior showmanship class. Exhibitors include Casey Sullivan, Hannah Richter, Elizabeth Bagby, Madeline Smith, Jimmy Gerals, and Emma Keene. And also Scott Descharme. This is your senior showmanship class. Good morning, everyone. If you're just now here, we are at the senior showmanship part of the 2024 Dairy Show. As always, we'd like to give credit to our Dairy Show sponsors, North Florida Dairies and Jones & Son Fire Extinguisher. Again, we're currently on the senior class of showmanship.
Alrighty, now that that's over, give these seniors a huge round of applause. Working with these older kids, I worked them to death today. I switched their animals, I checked their ears, I made sure their animals were spotless. And these three young ladies up top just did a phenomenal job. Either any other day, any other judge, it could probably go any which way between these three, but today for me, I'm going to go with the lady with the brown Swiss heifer. Not only did she keep her heifer very well set up, I know they're starting to act up now that it's getting loud, but not only did she keep her heifer well set up, she was very aware about where I was in the ring, and when I switched her over to the brown Swiss cow, she immediately knew, oh, I got to switch the legs. She kept her head up high, she didn't keep her too stretched out. Just a very phenomenal job to the first young lady. The young lady with the Jersey cow, again, very phenomenal job. Watching her around the ring with her Jersey cow, she had the proper head carriage, maybe just a little slower than the first young lady when setting up her feet, but when she switched over to the Holstein heifer calf, again, she knew, hey, I got to switch the legs, and had her just very calm, moving her throughout the ring. And now with this young lady with the brown Swiss cow, very phenomenal job. When I switched her over to the Swiss heifer cow, the Swiss heifer, she kept her a little bit stretched out, but then again, she told me very good information about her. I asked them all what they liked about each animal. When they switched, she said she liked her stature and her overall size, which I agreed with her. So, very phenomenal job. And the rest of you guys, the young lady with the Holstein calf, she wanted to act up a little bit, but when we got her switched over to the Jersey cow, she again knew how to keep her set up, how to keep her calm. The calf was just acting up a little bit more than she wanted to today. The other three showmen, very well set up. Maybe just want to keep a little bit more attention on how they're set up when they're parading around the ring. Maybe watch their head carriage a little bit. But then again, give guys a huge round of applause.
Congratulations to our senior showmanship winners. In third place, Elizabeth Bagby. In second place, Madeline Smith. And our senior champion showman is Casey Sullivan. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Suwannee River Dairy Show. We're going to proceed with the evaluation of the dairy cattle for the dairy show portion of the event today. We are honored to have a very qualified judge, Mr. Nicholas Hammer. He's 21 years old from Tampa, Florida. He's been showing dairy since he was a wee 3-year-old. He's a fifth-generation Florida dairyman from Hillsborough County, where his family milks about 30 head, where they sell raw milk in about 60 head total, mostly consisting of Jersey cows. He was a member of the 4-H dairy judging team and even competed nationally. He was first high individual at the 4-H World Dairy Expo in 2021. He attended Kaskaskia College in Southern Illinois, where he also was a part of their dairy judging team, where he studied dairy and animal science. We're very appreciative of our judge, Nicholas, for being here this morning. We'd also like to thank our dairy show sponsors, North Florida Dairy and Jones & Son Fire Extinguisher. We'd also like to give a special shout out to Alliance Dairies, a local dairy here in our community who provides leaf heifers to our youth. So welcome, and I hope that you're enjoying the dairy show. We're getting ready to proceed with Class 1 of our dairy show. This class is unique because it's a very large class. And so we have split this class into 2 heats of 6. So this is Heat 1 of Class 1. Entering the ring is exhibitors Parker Douglas, Jeremy Delph, Brayley Gunn, Brooke Gunn, Hayden Henderson, and Casey Sullivan. This is Heat 1 of Class 1 Dairy Heifers. So once again, this is Heat 1, Class 1. This was a large entry class. And so just for safety and also giving the best opportunity to the exhibitors today, the judge will be selecting 3 to keep back from this heat, 3 from the next heat, and that will be your final drive for Class 1. And so again, Class 1 is split into 2 groups, Heat 1 and Heat 2. The judge will keep 3 from Heat 1, 3 from Heat 2 to evaluate Class number 1.
Alrighty, in this first heat of Class 1s, we're going to keep these 3 heifers here on my left for the final heat of this Class 1. Just really like the overall power and size of these heifers compared to the other 3. These 3 heifers here, I like the angularity. I like to fix them in their legs a little bit. This 4th heifer right here, she has a little bit more set. This heifer here, I'd really like to straighten her up over her top line, specifically in the chine. This heifer at the end, I'd like to give her a little bit more depth of body, and a little bit more size to her to compete with the other 3. But again, a really nice set of heifers, so we're going to come back with these top 3 heifers.
Now we're moving on to Heat 2 of Class 1, so that's Part 2, Class 1. And the exhibitors that are preparing to enter the ring now are Braden Smith, Cal Watson, Kinsley Crawford, Jimmy Jones, Emma Keene, and Adam Elkins. This is Heat 2, Class 1. And The top 3 will be retained in the ring for Class 1 to be evaluated. Good morning, everyone. We do have an event announcement. We are preparing to set up the Ag Life Skills competition, and that is going to be held shortly after 11 a.m. And that's going to be at the Goat Barn, the old dairy barn or the new Goat Barn right outside. Again, the Ag Life Skills Contest will be happening shortly after 11. They're setting up now. So if you're participating in that, please be prepared.
Alrighty, in the second heat of Class 1s, we're going to keep these, again, these top three to my left. I really just like the overall depth of body these heifers have and the overall angularity. These next three heifers, really nice, well-made heifers, just a little bit more coarser made, a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker over the withers, just not enough rib to compete to the next three heifers. So we're going to keep these three heifers in the ring and then bring in the other three.
Great. So just to update the crowd on what's going on, we had a large class number 1, a lot of entries. So just for safety and also giving the best opportunity to the young people, we split that into 2 parts, heat 1 and 2. So staying in the ring from heat 2 is Adam Elkins, Braden Smith, and Kinsley Crawford. And then re-entering the ring from heat 1, class 1 is Casey Sullivan, Hayden Henderson, and Brooke Gunn. So this is class number 1. Class number 1. Something new this year at the Suwannee River Fair is that we do have food trucks and local vendors out back. So after the show, if you would support our local businesses, they're out back right behind the barn, local food trucks and vendors for your use.
Alrighty, give these exhibitors a nice round of applause. A great way to start the evaluation part with these fall calves. These top two heifers here, really similar kind of heifer, but for me, I'm going to start with the young man's Holstein heifer with first. A really nice angular kind of heifer, and that was kind of my final deciding decision. She's really clean over that rump through those hips and pins. I really do like the depth and openness to the rib that she has. Not taking anything away from this heifer, a little bit heavier heifer, but you really do admire her overall size, strength, and width through that front end, and the overall power this heifer possesses. Very nice job. Third over fourth. Third, I really do like the straightness over the top line. She just has a little bit more depth and spring to that rib over the white calf here. White calf in fourth. Really do like how she tracks out on those rear feet and legs. Just like to give her a little bit more depth of body. The brown Swiss calf here in fifth. I really do like the overall depth of body, that sweep to the rib. Just like to give her a little bit more size and scale, a little bit more length to that rump, and strengthen her up over make her a little bit fuller in the crops. Lastly, with the heifer in six, a really nice angular heifer. Just like to make her a little bit more correct in those rear feet and legs, give her a little bit less set about her. But a really nice class of fall calves.
Congratulations to Class 1 winner, Adam Elkins. We do have 7 classes of heifers today, so our next class is 3 entries, class number 2. Exhibitors entering the ring for class number 2 are Parker Douglas, Scott Ducharme, and Hannah Richter.
Alrighty, in this summer calf class today, as you can see, we have 3 different breeds in each class. But today for me, it's going to be the Swiss heifer here. For me, it's going to be the Swiss heifer. It's that overall correctness to her rump and her rear feet and legs. She has less to the hock, stronger on those pasterns, has more slope from hips to pins with a more correctly set thurl. She also is just wider and deeper through that front end with more depth and spring to her rib. You can go ahead and lead her out. And second for me, this really close Ayrshire calf, she's just got so much style and balance, but it's those rear feet and legs that put her under the calf. And this Jersey heifer here, I just like to clean her up a little bit. She's a little bit round over those hooks and pins, but a really nice Jersey calf here. A round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 winner, Hannah Richter. Now entering the ring for class number 3 is a single entry by Elizabeth Bagby.
A single entry in the spring calf class, but a really nice angular stylish heifer here. Just like to give her a little bit more depth to that rear rib to fill out that flank. But a really nice heifer here that could stand up against some nice competition. Give her a round of applause.
Congratulations, single class entry winner, Elizabeth Bagby. All of our class winners will come back for the Grand Champion Heifer Drive after the conclusion of class number 7. So we'll see more of her later. Now entering the ring for class number 4 is another single entry class by Casey Sullivan. Casey Sullivan.
Another single entry in the winter yearling class, but a really nice heifer here with so much size, scale, strength, and power through her front end. Just like to give her a little bit more angularity, but a heifer that could definitely stand more competition in her class. Give her a round of applause.
Again, that's class number 4 single entry winner, Casey Sullivan, who will come back later for the Grand Champion Heifer round. Now, preparing to enter the ring is class number 5. This is a 2-entry class. Preparing to enter the ring is exhibitors Hayden Henderson and Amelia Marquis.
in this fall yearling heifer class here. For me, it's two different kind of made heifers. For me, it's going to be the little bit taller, heavier heifer here in first. For me, it's her overall size and scale, length from end to end, the overall correctness to her rump structure, giving her more length and width over her rump with a little bit more correct thorough placement, taking nothing away from the second place heifer. You really do like the style and angularity that she possesses. It's just those rear legs that put her under the first place heifer. Give them a round of applause.
Congratulations, class number 5 winner, Hayden Henderson. Now preparing to enter the ring is class number 6, which is a single entry class. Exhibitor is Lucas Span.
Another single entry in the summer yearling heifer class. Really nice Guernsey heifer here. I really like her straightness of lines, her overall style and balance, and her overall angularity. Maybe just like to give her a little bit more width over her rump, but a really nice heifer that could stand a lot more competition. Give him a round of applause.
Again, that is single entry class winner, Lucas Span. Now is our last class of heifers, which is class number 7, is a single entry class with Scott Ducharme.
Another single entry here in the spring yearling class. Really like this heifer, her overall angularity throughout her rump. Just like to give her a little bit more depth and spring to that fore and rear rib, but a really nice heifer. Congratulations.
Awesome. Again, that's class number 7, single entry winner, Scott Ducharme. And he's going to stay in the ring because this is a very exciting time where our top 2 in each class get to re-enter the ring for the Grand Champion Heifer round. So the judge will be selecting the Grand Champion Heifer out of these group of winners. So entering back in the ring from that very large class number 1 was Adam Elkins. Yeah, bring him on. Okay, now entering the ring is Class 1 winner Adam Elkins. We also had a runner-up in Class number 1, Casey Sullivan. From Class number 2, we have Hannah Richter and Scott Ducharme. Class number 3 was Elizabeth Bagby. Class number 4, Casey Sullivan. Class number 5 was Hayden Henderson and Amelia Marquis. Class number 6, Lucas Spann. And class number 7 is Scott Ducharme. This is your grand champion Dairy Heifer Drive.
Alrighty, before I say anything else, give everyone in this ring and everyone out in the barns a huge round of applause. I know there was a lot of single entries and not a lot of huge classes, but you got to think quality over quantity. And obviously in this ring, we do have the quality here. And to me, I've pulled out my 4 favorite heifers. For me today, I have these 4 lined up here. Nothing against these heifers up against the rail here. For me today, it's just one of these 4 heifers. I pulled out the fall calf Holstein, the 2 summer calves, the Swiss and the Ayrshire, and I've pulled out the summer yearling Guernsey. All these heifers for me just exhibit that overall style and balance and angularity that I like to see in a dairy heifer. So I'm going to go out, look at them again, and I'm going to go pick, well, I guess my favorite and your grand champion heifer for today. For me today, it's just this summer yearling Guernsey heifer. She exhibits that overall style and balance, the overall size and scale, that depth and spring and openness to her rib, and those correctness to the rear feet and legs. And for me, she just puts it all together today. Following her, I picked the summer calf, Swiss calf. A really nice heifer. We really admire the overall strength and power to her, the correctness to the rear feet and legs. And following her, if I had to pick an honorable mention, I'd go with the Ayrshire calf. Really nice, stylish calf, just like the fixer in her rear legs. And then the Holstein calf, just a really nice structured heifer. But again, give these guys a huge round of applause.
Congratulations. Our reserve grand champion 2024 dairy heifer is exhibited by Hannah Richter. And our 2024 grand champion dairy heifer was exhibited by Lucas Spann. Congratulations. as we finish up the pictures here for our Granite Reserve Grand Champion heifers, we just want to say a special thank you to our dairy show sponsors, North Florida Dairy, and Jones and Son Fire Extinguisher. I would also like to thank Alliance Dairies, a local dairy in our community, for leasing heifers to our youth and community. We do have an event announcement at this time. This is final call for poultry showmanship. So attention in the barn, attention in the arena. This is final call for poultry showmanship. If they are showing in the dairy show, we'd ask for a parent or a representative to come to the announcer booth to let us know for the poultry superintendent. Okay, so now we're moving on to our cow classes. We have 5 cow classes, and our first class is class number 9. It's a 2-entry class. And the exhibitors entering the ring are Scott Ducharme and Lucas Span. This is class number 9, 2-entry cow class. Sorry about that. We're just waiting for one exhibitor that was getting another cow, so we'll be starting momentarily. While we wait, we do have the privilege of having a professional photography team here at the Suwannee River Fair and Livestock Show and Sale. The company is operated by Miss Emma Barber. She has some really nice business cards with a QR code reader. We also have some at the announcer's booth. And these professional livestock photos are available for free download on her website. So please take advantage of this that the fair is providing for young people. Okay, we are ready to resume our 2024 dairy show, and this is the cow portion of our 2024 dairy show, and this is class number 9, which have 2 entries, which are Scott Ducharme and Lucas Span. This is class number 9.
Alrighty, starting off the cow classes here today. For me, a pretty handy winner with the Holstein cow. She just exhibits more capacity about her mammary system, having more bloom, having a higher, wider rear udder attachment with a longer forudder attachment, while also having more size and scale and being longer from end to end, while also being more angular. Taking nothing away from the little Ayrshire cow. She just needs to have a little bit more milk in her, have a little bit more bloom, but a really nice, stylish cow here we have today. Congratulations.
That's class number 9. Winner is Lucas Span. Now entering the ring is another dual entry class for class number 10. The exhibitors are Madeline Smith and Elizabeth Bagby.
In the 3-year-old cow class, for me, 2 really nice cows here, but today we're going to go with the brown Swiss cow. She has a higher, wider rear udder attachment with a longer forudder attachment, also having 2 calves. She's also a little bit more angular about those hooks and pins, sharper over the point of withers, and longer from end to end. Taking nothing away from the Jersey cow here, she's just a little bit more stale today, having a little bit more meat on her bones. She's got a nice high rear udder attachment, but the Swiss has a little bit more balance through those rear quarters to take advantage over the Jersey cow. Congratulations.
That was class number 10. Congratulations, class winner, Elizabeth Bagby. Now entering the ring is class number 11, which is a single entry class, Hannah Richter. We do have a quick announcement. We did have a cell phone left in the women's bathroom. It was turned into the announcer's booth. So we do have a cell phone that was turned into the announcer's booth from the women's restroom.
In this next cow class here, a really nice, stylish, and angular cow with a nice welded on udder under her. Just like to give her a little bit more milk and maybe a little bit more size to her today. Congratulations.
Again, that was class number 11 winner, single entry, Hannah Richter. She will be coming back for the Grand Champion Drive later in the show. Now entering the ring is class number 12, a single entry with Elizabeth Bagby.
In this next cow class here, a nice dry cow here. Just like to see her with some milk in her udder today, but a really nice size scale with a really nice stylish frame about her. A nice 6-year-old cow here to, I believe, maybe finish off the classes today. But one more. But congratulations.
Congratulations, single entry class winner, Elizabeth Bagby. Now, for our final class of the Dairy Cow Show, will be class number 13 with exhibitor Emilia Marquis.
Another nice old cow to round out the cow classes today. Really like the overall size and scale and the frame to this Jersey cow. Just like to give her a little bit more milk in her bag to make her a little bit more competitive today. But congratulations.
Again, that was class number 13, single entry winner Emilia Marquis. She'll stay in the ring because now it is time for our Grand Champion Cow Drive. Very exciting. Okay, here we go. Re-entering the ring is all of our entries today. From class number 9 will be Scott Ducharme and Lucas Spann. From class number 10, Madeline Smith and Elizabeth Bagby. From class number 15, Hannah Richter. Class number 16, Elizabeth Bagby. And class number 17 was Emilia Marquis. Again, this is your 2024 Dairy Show Cow Grand Champion Drive.
Alrighty, and lastly, give these big cow exhibitors a big round of applause. I know we're all excited to have a nice heifer, but when you get to go on and go further with those heifers and get to be able to come out here with those cows as a cow, just means you've put so much effort into these animals just to make sure they get to be a lactating cow. And it's very impressive to see the lineup of mature cows we've had out here today. Right now, I got them all lined up, single file line. We have the two 2-year-olds up here, the Holstein cow and the Ayrshire cow. We have the 3-year-olds here, kind of in the center, the Jersey cow and the Swiss cow. And then we have I believe the 4-year-old class, and then a 5-year-old and an 8 cow, both dry cows. I'm going to go out, select your grand and reserve, and what I would say is your honorable mention cow, and then you guys can give them a huge round of applause. For me today, it's this 2-year-old Holstein cow. She just puts it all together today. The overall angularity, the style, the overall depth and bout, the overall depth and spring to her rib, and to just tie it all together, a beautiful udder under her. She's got a high, wide rear udder attachment with a strong forudder attachment with so much venation. Just what a stylish little cow. And to follow her, this big framing Swiss cow here for reserve. Nice, capacious, having high rear udder attachment and being just so angular, and following her with her second place, which is the Jersey cow. Give these guys a huge round of applause.
Okay, congratulations. Our 2024 Reserve Grand Champion dairy cow is Elizabeth Bagby. And then our 2024 Grand Champion Dairy Cow is exhibited by Lucas Spann. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors. We know that this is many months, and for most exhibitors, many years of hard work. So today we celebrate you for your hard work and success. Thank you to our judge, Nicholas Hammer, for coming out to the Swanee River Fair. We appreciate your critical eye and, most importantly, your time and dedication to make this a learning event today. And as always, thank you to our Dairy Show sponsors, North Florida Dairy and Jones & Son Fire Extinguisher. We could not do this program without you. This concludes the 2024 Dairy Cattle Show at the Swanee River Fair. The next event here, I believe I was told, would be the Poultry Awards. And then our next show, please join us for our cattle show starting at 1:30. Thank you for coming here, and congratulations to all of our dairy exhibitors.